My brother got drunk at a wedding and told me he's in love with my wife, and that my daughter is his. So, buckle up because this is the kind of crap you only think happens in movies. I'm Alex, 36, married to Rachel, 34. We've been together for 11 years, married for 8, and we have a daughter, Lily, 7. From the outside, we were the picture-perfect suburban couple, cozy home, family barbecues, Christmas cards that made people jealous. My parents, Dave and Karen, adored Rachel. My little brother Ethan, 30, was basically my best friend, the guy I trusted with everything. Until one night. At my cousin Josh's wedding, everyone was hammered, open bar, bad DJ, the whole 9 yards. I was just trying to keep it together because Rachel was already 3 glasses of champagne past. Classy. Ethan was worse, sloppy drunk, tie around his head like a frat boy. And then, in front of me, he blurts it out. Alex, I love Rachel. I've always loved her. And Lily? She's mine. It was like the music cut out and the whole world went silent. I laughed at first because, what the hell else do you do when your drunk little brother says something that insane? But then he doubled down, looking me dead in the eye with tears in his. I mean it, bro. She should have been mine. Lily is mine. Rachel's face went pale, then she laughed it off too. Oh my God, Ethan, shut up, you're wasted. She dragged me away before I could even process it, whispering. He's drunk. Don't feed into it. But I couldn't shake it. The way he said it wasn't some drunk joke. It felt real. Too real. The next morning, Ethan came to me, hungover as hell, and said, I don't remember much, man. I must have said some dumb sh*t. Forget it, okay? But I couldn't forget it. You don't just drop a bomb like that and walk away. That night planted a seed of doubt in my brain. And once a seed like that is there, it starts to grow. And that's when I began to notice the cracks in the picture-perfect life I thought I had. After Ethan's little wedding confession, I couldn't unhear it. I tried, believe me. For weeks I told myself he was drunk, Rachel told me I was paranoid, life went on. But the thought kept gnawing at me. Then came the night that broke the dam. Rachel had book club with her friends, which, for the record, had always been more wine than books. I was putting Lily to bed when I noticed Rachel's iPad buzzing on the counter. Normally I don't snoop. But that night, I swear it felt like the universe itself was telling me, look. I opened it. And instantly, my stomach dropped. Snapchat? Messages from E. At first just emojis, hearts, late night. Thinking of you? Then photos. One of her, in lingerie I'd never seen, sprawled across our bed. Caption. Wish you were here instead. And then his. My brother. Shirtless, flexing in the mirror like some gym rat douchebag. I scrolled further, my hands shaking. There were messages about sneaking around, about how Lily has your eyes, and I hate lying to him but I can't let go of you. The final punch in the gut? A short video. Rachel, breathless, whispering, God, Ethan, you're driving me crazy. And then a moan that I will never get out of my head. I slammed the iPad shut, heart pounding so loud I thought Lily might hear it through the walls. My vision blurred. My whole body shook between rage and disbelief. That was the moment it clicked. Ethan hadn't been drunk and delusional at the wedding. He'd slipped the truth. My wife and my brother had been sneaking around behind my back, and Lily might not even be mine. I sat there in the dark living room until 3 a.m., staring at the iPad, replaying every smile, every kiss, every family barbecue where Ethan was sitting across the table laughing with us. All of it, AF *****ing lie. And the worst part? I still had to confront her. The next morning, I couldn't take it anymore. Rachel was in the kitchen making coffee, humming like everything was normal. I dropped the iPad on the counter in front of her. Want to explain this? I asked. My voice was shaking, but not from fear. From rage. Her eyes flicked to the screen, then back to me. And just like that, she slipped into her role. No shock, no guilt, just annoyance. Seriously, Alex? You went through my stuff? You're pathetic. Don't turn this on me. I snapped. You're sending lingerie pics to my brother. You're moaning his name on video. How long has this been going on? She crossed her arms, that smug little smirk forming. It was just flirting. Stupid fun. It didn't mean anything. I laughed, this bitter, broken laugh I didn't even recognize as my own. Flirting? Rachel, I saw the videos. You let him in our bed. You let him talk about Lily like she's his. You're lying right to my face. Her voice sharpened. Maybe if you weren't so boring all the time, I wouldn't have needed excitement. Ethan actually makes me feel wanted. You don't. That line hit me like a knife. After everything I'd done, working overtime, building a life for her, being a dad to Lily, she had the nerve to call me boring. I slammed my hand on the counter. So you admit it? You've been ing my brother? For the first time, she flinched. Her eyes watered, but not from guilt, from getting caught. Alex, I didn't mean for it to happen. We were drunk, it was a mistake. A mistake? I shot back. A mistake doesn't last years. Silence. That was the tell. That silence confirmed everything. Before I could say more, my phone buzzed. Ethan. I put him on speaker. His voice was shaky. Alex, bro, I'm sorry. It wasn't supposed to go this far. I love her, okay? I always have. I nearly put my fist through the wall right then. My wife, crying crocodile tears in front of me. My brother, confessing over the phone like a coward. My whole world collapsing in one ing moment. And all I could think was Lily ever really mine? After Ethan hung up, the house went dead silent. Rachel just stood there, arms crossed, like she was the one who'd been wrong. I couldn't even look at her. I grabbed my keys and left before I did something I couldn't take back. I drove aimlessly for hours. Ended up in the parking lot of a Walmart at 2 a.m. Sitting in my car, staring at the steering wheel like it might give me answers. My chest hurt so bad it felt like a heart attack. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. All I could think was Lily. My little girl. My pride. My joy. Was she even mine? Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Ethan's stupid smirk, his pale blue eyes, the same shade Lily had. I started replaying moments I'd ignored before. Rachel brushing off questions about her pregnancy, Ethan always being around when she was lonely, Lily clinging to him at family events. Things that once felt harmless now twisted into knives. The next morning, I broke down at my parents' house. My mom, Karen, tried to hold me, but I pushed her away. Mom, she slept with Ethan. He says Lily's his. She went pale. My dad, Dave, clenched his jaw so tight I thought his teeth would crack. That son of a bitch, he muttered. And Rachel, after everything you gave her. Even my sister, Megan, who usually defended everyone, just shook her head. Alex, you can't live like this. You need to know the truth. That's when it hit me. I couldn't live another day not knowing. I had to get a DNA test. But the thought destroyed me. What if Lily wasn't mine? What if every bedtime story, every scraped knee I kissed, every hug, all of it was a lie? I was caught between two hells, the pain of betrayal, or the pain of confirmation. That's the moment I realized, this wasn't just Rachel's betrayal. It was Ethan's too. The two people I trusted most had gutted me. And I wasn't sure I'd ever recover. I couldn't eat. Couldn't sleep. Every time Lily called me Daddy, my heart cracked a little more. I'd force a smile, tuck her in, and then sit in the hallway staring at her door, wondering if I was living a lie. Finally, I did it. I ordered a DNA test kit online. When it came, I felt like I was holding a loaded gun. My hands shook as I swabbed Lily's cheek while Rachel was at yoga. Lily giggled and asked if it was a game. My throat burned the whole time. I mailed it out the next morning, and the wait nearly killed me. Every day that passed felt like an eternity. Rachel noticed me acting off and doubled down on her act. Suddenly she was all sweet smiles, cooking my favorite meals, kissing my cheek when she thought it would soften me. "Alex, you've been so distant," she cooed one night, wearing a silk robe. "I want us back. I don't want to lose my family." Her words made my skin crawl. Because now I knew what she meant by family. She didn't want to lose me, her financial safety net. She didn't want to lose Lily, the child she might have tricked me into raising. And Ethan? He went radio silent. No calls. No texts. Like the coward he was, he thought if he hid long enough, this would blow over. But every day I waited for that test result, the rage built inside me. It wasn't just about betrayal anymore. It was about dignity. About respect. Rachel had spat on my vows, Ethan had betrayed blood, and both thought I was too weak to do anything about it. By the time the results came back, I already knew my answer. Whatever the paper said, I was going to burn their lies to the ground. I just didn't realize how much it was going to hurt when I opened that envelope. The envelope showed up on a random Tuesday afternoon, like it was just another piece of junk mail. My hands were shaking so badly I almost couldn't tear it open. I sat at the kitchen table alone. Lily was at school. Rachel was running errands, which I'd stopped believing weeks ago. I unfolded the paper, scanned the lines, and my stomach dropped through the floor. Probability of paternity, 0%. 0. Not. Low probability. Not. Inconclusive. 0. I'd suspected it. I'd feared it. But seeing it in black and white felt like someone had reached into my chest and ripped my heart out with their bare hands. My daughter, the little girl who called me Daddy, who wrapped her arms around my neck every night, wasn't mine. She was Ethan's. I don't remember how long I sat there, just staring at the page. At some point, tears hit the paper, smudging the ink. My whole body shook. I felt sick, like I might throw up. When Rachel came home, grocery bags in hand, I shoved the results across the counter. She froze. Then she set the bags down carefully, like buying time. "Alex, please." "Please what?" I snarled. "Please forgive you for lying to me for 7 years? Please raise your boyfriend's child like nothing happened? Please keep pretending?" Her lips trembled. Then she did what she always did, lied. "It only happened once. We were drunk. I didn't think Lily was his." "Don't you dare lie to me again." My voice cracked. "Ethan told me at the wedding. He knew. He ****ing knew." That shut her up. She dropped her head into her hands, sobbing. Crocodile tears, the same ones she used to get out of every fight. But this time, something in me had broken beyond repair. I wasn't just betrayed. I was erased. Replaced. And I knew then that whatever came next wasn't about saving this marriage. It was about taking back what little power I had left. That's when the revenge started to form in my mind. After the DNA results, something inside me went quiet. Not calm, quiet, like the stillness before a storm. Rachel hovered around me, crying, begging, making promises she'd never keep. "Alex, please don't throw this away. You're Lily's father in every way that matters. Ethan doesn't care about her the way you do. He's immature, he's selfish. You're the one who raised her. Don't punish her for my mistake." And the sickest part? She wasn't wrong. I loved Lily more than life itself. But now, every time I looked at her, I saw Ethan's damn eyes staring back at me. It was torture. So I stopped talking. Stopped fighting. I nodded, smiled, pretended to think things over. And while Rachel thought she was reeling me back in, I was planning. First thing I did was call a lawyer. My buddy Eric, same guy who helped me once with a contract dispute, laid it out for me straight. "Get your finances in order. Lock down your accounts. Document everything. If you want custody, even partial, You need to prove you've been her father in every practical sense. So I did. Quietly. I pulled Rachel off my credit cards. Changed my direct deposit. Started a separate savings account she couldn't touch. I dug through her emails, texts, phone bills, every dirty little secret she thought she'd hidden. The more I found, the angrier I got. Hotel receipts. Late-night texts. Even photos of the two of them together, looking like some happy couple while I was busting my ass at work to provide for her. Tyler, my other brother, was the only one I confided in. When I showed him the DNA results, he turned pale. Alex, that's nuclear. Damn right it is, I told him. And I'm going to drop it on both of them. Because it wasn't just about Rachel anymore. It was about Ethan, my brother, who stole my wife, fathered my child, and thought I'd roll over and accept it. No. They were going to pay. And I was going to make sure everyone saw them for exactly what they were. The thing about revenge is that it only works if you're patient. Rachel thought I was softening, thought her fake tears and empty promises were wearing me down. Ethan must have thought the same, because he started texting me again like nothing happened. Bro, I messed up. Let's talk this out. I love Lily too, man. We can figure this out. I didn't reply. I just kept collecting everything. Then the opportunity came. My mom, Karen, wanted to host a big Sunday dinner, the kind where everyone shows up. Parents, siblings, spouses, even cousins. A full house. Normally, Rachel lived for these, because she got to play the perfect daughter-in-law. But this time, she hesitated. Do we really have to go? She asked, fake casual. Of course. I told her. Family's important. She forced a smile. Right. Family. Perfect. The night before the dinner, I printed everything, the DNA results, the hotel receipts, screenshots of texts, photos of them together. I organized them in a folder, neat as a legal case. Because that's what it was, the trial of their lies. Tyler was in on it too. He sat with me at the bar, nursing a beer, and said, You're about to blow this family to pieces, Alex. You sure you're ready? I nodded. They already blew it up. I'm just making sure everyone sees the wreckage. So Sunday came. We walked into my parents' house like nothing was wrong. Rachel even wore a floral dress, smiling at everyone, kissing cheeks like the snake she was. Ethan was already there, pretending like he hadn't fathered my kid. We sat down, plates of food in front of us, the usual small talk buzzing around the table. Then, when everyone was settled, I cleared my throat. There's something I need to say. I started. Rachel froze. Ethan shifted uncomfortably. I pulled the folder out of my bag and set it on the table. I want everyone here to see the truth about Rachel and Ethan. The room went silent. My dad's fork clinked against his plate. Rachel's face strained of color. Ethan muttered, Alex, don't. Too late. It was showtime. I slid the folder across the table like it was a loaded gun. My dad, Dave, frowned and opened it first. The top page was the DNA results. His face went from confusion to shock in seconds. 0%? He muttered, loud enough for everyone to hear. What the hell is this? Rachel shot up from her chair. Alex, stop it! This is private. Private? I barked. You've been screwing my brother and raising his kid under my roof for 7 years. That's not private. That's betrayal. Everyone's eyes swung to Ethan. He froze, pale as a ghost. I didn't mean for it to happen. Don't you dare. I cut him off. I pulled out the hotel receipts, slapped them on the table. While I was working double shifts, you two were playing house in a Marriott. Gasps around the table. My mom put her hand over her mouth. My sister Megan whispered, Oh my God! Rachel tried her last weapon, lies. Her voice pitched up into a whine. It wasn't like that. It was one mistake years ago. I didn't even know if Lily was his. Bullshit. I slammed the text down. Ethan's late-night messages. Rachel's lingerie pics. The video clip transcribed word for word. You knew. You both knew. And you let me believe I was her father while you laughed behind my back. Rachel started sobbing, crocodile tears staining her perfect floral dress. Alex, please don't do this in front of everyone. I looked her dead in the eyes. This is exactly where it needs to be done. Then I turned to my family. For years I was the loyal husband, the good son, the provider. And these two? My wife and my brother. They spat on me. They lied to me. They gave me a child that isn't mine and expected me to raise her in ignorance. Well, not anymore. The room erupted. My dad cursed, slamming his fist on the table. My mom broke down crying. Megan tore into Ethan. You destroyed this family, you selfish bastard. And me? I just sat back, letting the chaos unfold. Because for once, the liars had no place to hide. Rachel's mask was shattered. Ethan's cowardice laid bare. And everyone saw them for exactly what they were. The shouting around the table blurred together. My mom sobbing, Megan screaming at Ethan, my dad calling Rachel every name under the sun. But I felt strangely calm, like the eye of the storm. Rachel grabbed my arm, mascara streaking down her face. Alex, please. Don't leave me. Don't leave us. We can fix this. I'll cut Ethan off, I'll prove to you. I yanked my arm free. Prove what? That you're a better liar than you already are? Think of Lily, she cried. She needs you. You're her father, no matter what that stupid test says. That one stung. Because the truth was, I loved Lily. More than life itself. But Rachel was using her as a human shield, the same way she always used guilt when she had nothing left. I stood, looking around the table one last time. You two destroyed this family. Not me. Not Lily. You. Ethan opened his mouth, but I cut him off. Don't speak to me. Don't text me. Don't call me. As far as I'm concerned, I don't have a brother anymore. His face crumpled, but I didn't care. I turned to Rachel, who was trembling now, her voice breaking. Alex, don't go. Please. I'll do anything. I looked her dead in the eyes. You already did everything. And it cost you everything. Then I walked out. No screaming, no smashing plates, no slamming doors. Just silence. I got in my car, drove away from that house, and for the first time in years, felt like I was free, even if my chest still felt like it had been split open. I didn't look back. Not once. The days after that dinner were a blur. My phone blew up, texts, calls, voicemails from Rachel and Ethan, all of them bouncing between guilt, begging, and anger. Rachel. Please come home, I can't do this without you. Rachel again, a few hours later. If you walk away, you're abandoning Lily. You're heartless. Ethan. Bro, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over us. I swear it's over now. Then Ethan again. You're a coward for walking away from your daughter. She'll hate you. I blocked them both. But that didn't stop the ripple effects. Rachel showed up at my parents' house crying, suitcase in hand. My dad slammed the door in her face. My mom told me later that Rachel sat on the porch for an hour, sobbing, before finally leaving. Ethan tried the same. He cornered Tyler at the gym, begging him to talk to me. Tyler told him straight. You ed your brother's wife and raised his kid under his nose. You're lucky he didn't put you in the hospital. Word spread fast through the family. Cousins, aunts, even old neighbors found out. Rachel went from perfect wife to pariah overnight. Ethan lost friends, lost credibility, and from what I heard, even got demoted at work after the drama bled into his office. And me? I wish I could say I felt vindicated. That watching their lives fall apart made me whole again. But it didn't. At night, the silence in Tyler's spare room ate me alive. I miss Lily's little voice, her hugs, her bedtime giggles. I kept replaying the DNA test, the number. 0%, flashing in my head like a neon sign. I'd tell myself, she's not mine, but then I'd remember every scraped knee I kissed, every, "Daddy, look at me!" And it crushed me. Rachel's words echoed. She needs you. You're her father in every way that matters. I hated her for saying it. But deep down, I knew it was true. And that made walking away even harder. The family saw Rachel and Ethan for what they were. But me? I still felt hollow. Like I'd lost not just a wife and a brother, but maybe even the little girl who was my whole world. The nights were the worst. I'd lie awake staring at the ceiling in Tyler's spare room, my chest heavy like someone had stacked bricks on me. During the day, I could distract myself, the gym, work, mindless conversations. But at night? That's when the ghosts came. Rachel's voice, mocking. Maybe if you weren't so boring, I wouldn't have needed excitement. Ethan's voice, slurred at the wedding. Lily is mine. And Lily's voice, soft and sweet. Daddy, don't leave me. That last one broke me every time. I'd sit there replaying everything, the holidays, the birthdays, Lily's first day of school. All those memories I thought were mine suddenly felt stolen. It twisted in my head until I started questioning myself. Was I not enough as a husband? Was I not enough as a man? I punched holes in Tyler's drywall more than once. He never yelled, just patched them up and said, "Better the walls than you." But I could see it in his eyes. He was scared I'd implode. I even thought about going back. Not because I wanted Rachel, God, no. But because of Lily. Because as much as I hated Rachel and Ethan, I couldn't untangle Lily from them. She was innocent. She didn't ask for this mess. She didn't know she wasn't mine. To her, I was Dad. Always had been. But then the other voice would creep in. She has his eyes. His smile. His blood. It was like I was trapped between two lives, one where I walked away completely, rebuilt from the ashes, and one where I stayed tied to the child of the woman who betrayed me with my own brother. And neither felt like freedom. That's when I realized this wasn't just about Rachel and Ethan anymore. It was about me. About who I was going to be after this. About whether I'd let their betrayal define me, or whether I'd claw my way out and make something better. But first, I had to stop drowning in anger. The rage was eating me alive, so at my mom's insistence, I finally went to therapy. At first, I hated it. I sat in that office, arms crossed, thinking no stranger could possibly understand how it feels to be gutted by the two people you trusted most. But the therapist cut through me on day one. Alex, you've been betrayed. That's real. That's painful. But carrying their sins like a backpack full of bricks? That's optional. You can set it down. I didn't believe her then. But those words stuck. So I started working on myself. I doubled down at the gym, not just punching bags out of anger but training with purpose. My body changed first. The weight I'd put on from stress melted off, muscle came back. But then my mind followed. For the first time in months, I felt strong again. I also picked up old hobbies Rachel used to mock me for. Guitar, woodworking, even running 5 Burmese chats with Tyler. She always said, "God, Alex, you're so predictable, so boring." Turns out, the things she called boring were the things that made me feel alive again. And Lily. I stayed in her life. My lawyer helped me set up custody, and Rachel didn't fight me, probably too ashamed to risk dragging this into court. The DNA test said 0%, but I knew the truth. Biology doesn't erase 7 years of bedtime stories, scraped knees, and, "I love you, Daddy." Every time Lily hugged me, it hurt, but it healed me too. She was mine in the ways that mattered. And slowly, the nightmares dulled. I still had scars, sure. Nights where I'd wake up shaking, replaying Ethan's smirk or Rachel's lies. But they didn't own me anymore. For the first time since the wedding bombshell, I felt like I had a future that wasn't chained to their betrayal. 6 months after that family dinner, I barely recognized myself, in a good way. I'd moved into my own place. Nothing fancy, just a 2-bedroom townhouse, But it was mine. No ghosts in the walls, no lies woven into the sheets. Just peace. I set up one room as Lily's, painted it her favorite color, let her pick out posters for the walls. The first night she stayed over, she hugged me and whispered, "I love it here, Daddy." I nearly broke down on the spot. Rachel, meanwhile, was circling the drain. From what I heard, she lost most of her friends after the truth came out. Ethan tried to make it work with her for a while, but apparently their little fairy tale crashed fast. Nothing kills passion like bills, diapers, and shame. Last I checked, they weren't even speaking. Funny how quick soulmates fall apart when their secret world gets dragged into daylight. As for me, I leaned hard into rebuilding. I kept therapy, kept the gym, even joined a local guitar group. Tyler and I started training together seriously. He jokes I could knock Ethan out in one punch now. And maybe I could. I also started dipping my toes back into dating. Nothing serious at first, coffee here, drinks there. But even those small steps felt like victories. Like proof that Rachel hadn't poisoned me forever. That I could still laugh, still feel sparks, still imagine a future that wasn't chained to betrayal. Most importantly, I stopped thinking of myself as a victim. I was a survivor. I was Lily's dad, not because of blood, but because of love. And I was a man who refused to let his brother's betrayal or his wife's lies define the rest of his story. For the first time in years, I wasn't looking backward. I was looking forward. Looking back now, I see it all differently. The wedding confession, the iPad, the DNA test, each one felt like the end of the world at the time. But in reality, they were the beginning of a new one. Rachel and Ethan thought they broke me. And for a while they did. I was hollow, furious, convinced I wasn't enough. But what I learned is this: betrayal says everything about the betrayer and nothing about the betrayed. Rachel cheated because she was selfish and weak. Ethan betrayed me because he's spineless and jealous. None of that changes who I am. None of that erases the years I gave or the father I was to Lily. Here's what I'd tell anyone who finds themselves in the same nightmare. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it usually is. Get proof. Don't let them gaslight you into thinking you're crazy. Protect yourself. Lock down finances, talk to a lawyer, make decisions from strength, not panic. Revenge isn't about screaming. The best revenge is living well, walking away with dignity, and letting their lies collapse on their own. Healing takes time. But you will heal, faster than you think. I lost a wife. I lost a brother. I lost the illusion of what my life was supposed to be. But I gained something bigger: freedom. Self-respect. A new life built on truth, not lies. And as for Lily? She may not be mine by blood, but she'll always be mine by love. No DNA test can take that away. So yeah, the story's tragic. But it's not the end. It's just the start of something better. I have many other stories. Go to my channel, subscribe so you don't lose us. Give me a thumbs up.